All right, y'all. Good morning. So it's Sunday morning, and I don't know if I mentioned yesterday, but I have a little skid steer job I'm gonna do for some friends of mine down here. They're gonna pay me $300. So I'm just gonna take the skid steer over here and help them out, man. You know, I'm not gonna lose money. I won't make a big profit, but for what I got in it, I'll do all right. I'll end up profiting, you know, $100 in an hour and a half, 2 hours, and I may be able to get more work over here too, because I may be able to move some logs and things like that they want to do. So the Budweiser called me this morning. He is trying to come to, he wants to work a little bit today. Pick him up. He called me last night about half lit, and but he ain't gonna make a lot of money today. I mean, you know, he might work, and it's Sunday, dude. I mean, I don't even have to have him. So if he's not easy for me to, if he's not at the post office waiting on me, then he ain't gonna work, man. Because I'm gonna have to, I gotta get fuel in the machine. I got to, I'm gonna get me a biscuit from the hole in the wall and all that there. So yeah, I don't know what Bo's thinking he's gonna make today, but it ain't gonna be much. Put it this way, he ain't gotta work. So all you Bo lovers, y'all don't come back at me and say, well, you ain't paying him enough to do nothing. Well, I don't even want him to work. So he wants to work for a couple of hours, and the job is you know 100 yards from where he hangs out at. So you know, I'll pull up over there, and if he wants to go to work, then I'll work him for a couple of hours. But I don't need to. I ain't got to, and I don't have to. So you know, I'm doing him a favor. Keep that in mind. I'm doing him a favor by working him, because I don't need no help. I'm willing to charge a little bit more money over here, just to throw Bo a bone. You know, that's all I'm trying to do, and make it where I ain't got to get out of the machine. That's it. You know. So, but the job, they said, the people that own the property over here that hired me, that they said they'll do all the ground stuff, and it's a real easy job. It's so small, it's almost uncomfortable. You know, it is uncomfortable. It's gonna be such a small job. Yeah, so the video I put up yesterday, thanking everybody, there was some problems. I don't know what happened. YouTube did something. I don't even understand what happened. So I went back into the editing and edited it and made it a little bit shorter and just re-uploaded it, man. And it seems, I don't know what YouTube, you know, did or didn't do or what. I don't know what happened. Maybe I don't know, man, because when I look up that video, the first one I put out yesterday, there's no sign of it nowhere on my homepage, on my YouTube homepage. So I don't know what happened there. Because my wife wanted to watch it, and once we sat down to watch it, we couldn't watch it because we couldn't find it. And I'm like, what the hell? So yeah. So I just, you know, did a little bit of editing on it and re-uploaded it. It's the same video, you know, pretty much, you know. So yeah. So we're gonna see what kind of condition he's in, and if he pisses me off by the time we get to the job, because I'm gonna go get a biscuit and everything, and he's lucky that I'm even taking him with me to get a biscuit. If he ain't out here, I ain't studying him. Keep rolling. He's here with a freaking bike. So what are you gonna do with it?
Just stick it on the back right there.
Okay, well if it gets bent up, broke, or anything, then I ain't. This is stupid shit, man. What's up, man? That's your water. We ain't working long, dude. Just gonna, I mean, how much money are you trying to get today?
Whatever I can get. Whatever you want to make.
There ain't gonna be much, man. Ain't much work going on.
Found found my shades.
You did? Good deal. Where'd you find them at?
At Glenda's.
What happened to you yesterday?
In the flower bed. I called you.
Yeah, but you wasn't up here when I came up here.
Oh, you said you'd be here around 9. I waited till 10. Sitting there.
No, I didn't tell you I'd be there at 9. I said I wasn't sure.
I waited till 10 o'clock after the
Right. Well, I tried to call you and I couldn't get you, so. So you never found the phone card? Where's your phone at? You still got your phone?
Yeah, I still got the phone.
Where's it at?
It's in my bag.
Oh, so you gonna try to get some phone time?
Yeah.
So on the video the other day, when you got out of the truck, you had the phone receipt in your hand.
Really?
Yeah.
It had, okay.
And you took it in Williamson with you.
Man.
And it shows you getting back in the truck with no receipt in your hand. So that's where your phone card went. But all we're gonna do. I don't even really have to have any help, dude. They said that they would do all the labor, man. It's just probably ain't gonna work no more than about an hour and a half, man. So it's gonna be minimal money, minimal everything, minimal work. This ain't no work right now. It's kind of.
When's Thanksgiving? Next week?
Yeah. You don't know when Thanksgiving is, dog?
I know it's like November 27th or something. Thought it was.
What you been doing, man? You called me last night all tore up, man. Why you calling me all tore up like that? Huh?
I don't know. I was just checking in about work.
You was lit, man. You hanging with Melvin now?
No, he was asleep. I was just sitting on the front porch.
How'd you get his phone if he was asleep?
Oh, Carrie had the phone.
So,
I doubt they kept that damn receipt, man.
I know they didn't. Nobody would know what it is. That's trash.
I went to the park, watching kids fish and watching the ducks and shit for a while yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
I got there for a good while, then I went to McDonald's, got a fish fillet meal. Started feeling sick, weak, man. It was a good meal. I got no link. I don't
know what you gonna do, dude. There ain't no work, man. No work coming. Tomorrow ain't nothing happening tomorrow.
Damn.
It is what it is, dude.
And I got court Tuesday.
I don't know, man.
They ain't doing that this week.
Huh?
They're not having food this week.
We're not having food this week?
Yeah, they gave it all last week.
What'd you do with all of it?
I'm still eating on it. The turkey I ended up having to throw away because I couldn't find where to cook it. There was a dumpster back there.
I can't believe they're gonna give somebody a frozen turkey, man, that don't even have a place to stay. That's just a waste of,
I told her I could have cooked it if I had a grill. It's a little small one. I could have taken the saw.
I could be a millionaire if I had $1 million. You know, I mean, you couldn't cook it, man. So I mean, you knew that. It's just a waste of money. Should have gave it to somebody where they could cook it. You know, probably spoiled.
They said where they put meat at back there by the restaurant.
Where they put meat at?
Yeah, it's in their dumpster, like the restaurant dumpster.
How much money you got?
I got some change.
No money.
I got $1.
I tell you what, man, you damn, I don't see how you surviving out here, dude. You fixing to really be hurting, man.
I already am. I went to the bar and brushed my teeth over this morning.
Yeah,
Bleach on my feet.
I don't see us having any work tomorrow. So might need to find something to do to make some money tomorrow. Because from what I'm looking at on the calendar, there ain't nothing coming up. It's just a couple of yards, you know. That's it. That's the way it is in this business in the wintertime, you know. Where's your North Face at?
I think I left it inside pizza.
Probably sold it, didn't you?
But then I found this one. No, I didn't sell it, or either that or Carrie's got it. Y'all do good on your yard sale?
No. I sold some tools, man. I made about $400.
Damn. Good.
Yeah, but I bought the tools for retail and let them go for percentage. Shit. You know? I sold I sold the wood splitter.
Damn. You gonna do firewood this year? With your machine?
You see, I mean,
Yeah,
I don't have any wood, dude. You know? Nobody's paying me to get wood. I went down there to try to. Once I saw I couldn't get none of that wood down there, I'm like, okay, fuck it, man. I'm just gonna sell the damn wood splitter. Because the wood splitter ain't been ran since last year, and I've had that thing 10 years. So, and I only paid about $900 for it. And I'm thinking, shit, if I can get $300 out of this thing, I'll be happy. And that's what I did. So I'm not going to be using it. And if I run across a boatload of wood, well, I'll go buy another one, you know. Ain't a big deal. Because that one right there, it was just going to continue to sit there and would not be worth nothing, you know. But I don't see us working no more than about an hour and a half, dude. So
what you got going on today?
we're going to be over there behind the bank there at that house right there. I hope that I ain't seen you cut through their yard and shit.
Oh no, I ain't been.
We're gonna be over there at Chris Duke's house, just using a machine to back some dirt up. And you know, they said they were telling me yesterday that they would do all the, you know, they told me just bring the machine over there and let me run the machine, and they would do all the. They're gonna put pavers down, and they want the ground to be a little flatter. You know, so they told me they'd pay me $300.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go get the money. What'd you eat this morning?
A little bag of cookies.
Good, huh?
Yeah. Shit, those meaty. Yeah, they were.
All right, y'all. Say hi to you two this morning.
Good morning, YouTube.
All right, y'all. We're gonna go in here and I'm gonna go in here and get a biscuit to go. I don't know what Bo's gonna do. Peace out.
I guess I don't know what you'll do with it this time.
All right, y'all. So we headed over here to this job. Well, I don't want the food car sitting in my house, Bo. So
What if it comes there now?
I'll send it back.
I
don't want it.
It's Thanksgiving. We got no work.
Thanksgiving don't mean shit. It don't mean nothing. What's that? It's just another damn day, dude. I don't.
It's a holiday.
It don't matter. Why do I gotta go through your food card because it's a holiday? What's that matter? What's that difference that got to do with you?
I guess what I'll do, man, I'll just I'll call and I'll cancel the card.
Okay,
and,
cool.
I'll get a new address.
It'd be nice if you had a phone where you could do all that. You know, I don't want the phone call coming to my house, man. I told you three times not to do that.
All right, I'll make sure I take care of it like real soon. I'll go to church and use their phone. I'll
What do
sit
you
and
need
talk
to
to
do,
them.
man? I mean, dude, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you, man. My house is not a mailing address for you.
I know that.
But you keep doing it. Why do you keep doing the same thing over and over, dude? I told you directly. We had a direct conversation. Do not send your food card to my house. And you said, okay. And I done told you that every month for the last 3 times, and you've done it 3 times since I told you not to do it. I mean, it's just disrespectful, dude. You know, and it being Thanksgiving and low on work and all that don't matter, man. I don't want the food car sitting in my house. If you don't mind, I'd appreciate that, dude. See, somebody's got to. You make somebody have to be an asshole with you in order for you to listen. You can't just say, yeah, man, I ain't gonna do that, man. You know, and then figure it out. Instead, you just keep violating and then wonder why somebody yells at you and gets mad at you. And that's why. It's really not rocket science or nothing. I understand. I don't get it. Why don't you have it sent to Melvin's or Glenda's or anywhere? take your money, get a post office box. You're at the post office every day. You know, you can probably get a post office box for shit, just damn near nothing. You know, a couple dollars a month, man. How much does a post office box cost?
I think it's like $20 or so to get it going. $20 or $30, I think.
Just don't understand what you just don't want to do anything like you just don't want to you don't want to follow the rules, man. You know. And then on the same time, you know, why you come down so hard on me? Why ain't you don't talk to Drew like you talk to me, but Drew ain't sending food cards to my house when I told him not to. That's why. Stings like that, dude. You don't respect anybody's space, you know, until they get damn nasty with you. You know, they got to get yelling at you, screaming at you, threatening to call the police, and then you'll finally take heed and get the hell on. But you're gonna push it all the way, and you know, and you don't have to do that. I mean, you put yourself in such bad spots, man. And I know
you can't go that way.
Yeah, I know you're homeless and all these things, and you got issues. I know. Me too. You know. I got more issues you can shake a stick at. Just kind of rubs me all kind of the wrong way when you just keep going to do what you want to do at my house. I'm about to go down here and turn around. Hope I can turn around down here. There's all your peoples.
I'll hang out with them. I don't really hang out with no one. I stay to myself all the time.
Oh yeah?
Unless I get wasted, then I'll try to go around somebody or some shit. But when I'm sober,
You get wasted, give your shit away and all that. This is all we're gonna do today. This is it. I hope you ain't done violated walking through here at their house and they see you and be like, who's this dude? Why in the hell you this guy's the one who's sneaking up on our back porch and shit.
I waited on that log over by the bank one time for you. That's about it. This is during the season. About it.
Alright, so we gotta drop the ramps. And we gotta put hydraulic fluid in the machine too. Okay, y'all, here we go. Alright, y'all. So I got done with that job. I couldn't get no video over there. Well, number one reason why is because they were out there. And number two reason why I had to focus on what I was doing, man, because the area that I was working in was real tight, man. It was only about a 12-foot by 12-foot area. And man, you know, that's the perfect job for like a mini skid steer or something, you know. You know, a dingo or something, man. But we got it done. I did a few other things around there for them. She Venmo'd me the money. We worked about, we was over there for a little over 2 hours. I gave Bo 30 bucks, and you know, of course, Bo was he worked good, but he didn't have to do a whole lot, you know. So yeah, and that's how I do it, man. You know, just trying to keep, just trying to not do all the yards up on, you know, on the weekend, so I have work for Drew. And if I can make money, you know, 300 bucks in a couple of hours, man, you know, and it's only a mile from my house, and they're friends of mine. So you know, they want to do some more stuff once they, you know, once they saw the machine, and I think you run into a lot of that. I don't know for sure, but I think that you run into a lot of that in the skid steer game. You get over there to do one job, and then the people see how efficient the machine is, and they see how, you know, how well you operate it or not, you know, and then you know, you talking to them the whole time and telling them, you know, this and that, and then they're like, well, you know, I really would like to be able to do this and that and that. I mean, and it turns into more work. So, I mean, I'm the same way. Even at my house, and I own a skid steer. There are things that I could do with a skid steer around my house that would just change everything. You know. Now, the tricky part is knowing what to do, and you know, and that just takes time. You know, seat time and learning. You know, how to move dirt around and I mean, I can move dirt around. Of course, anybody that with a half a brain can you know, put the bucket down and pick up dirt and move it around. But you know one thing that I've learned, and in the process of still learning, is when you're doing grading and stuff, you need a plan. You need an overall plan, a plan of what you want to get done and what you're trying to do. Instead of getting over to a property where, yeah, I would sure like to do this, and then, you know, because without a plan, it can get, you know, without a plan, it can get kind of, you know, confusing over there, because then you do one thing and then you're just not being efficient, put it that way, you know. And, you know, the longer and the more I run the machine, the more I'm seeing things that I can do with the machine to help out big time on properties. Not just a little help on properties, but like you know, defer the water to another area. And you know, when I cut grass and all, I don't really look at all those things. I just never pay attention to it. The only thing I pay attention to is how tall the grass is. But as I've gotten into the skid steer work, when I'm on the lawnmower now, I'm looking, I said, man, I'm thinking to myself, you know, when I'm doing cutting grass, and I'm like thinking to myself of the things that I could do on this lawn job with a bobcat that would just be a game changer for them, and it not really cost them what they might think it would cost them. There are just all kinds of things that you can do with a bobcat, and it be a big deal, you know, to the homeowner, but not a big deal to me, the operator, you know. But you got to have seat time. You got to learn. There's so much to learn, y'all. I can't. And every time I use the bobcat on jobs that are not, you know, brush cutting and all that, that's pretty simple stuff, you know, as long as you got a brush cutter, you know. I'm talking about doing little grade stuff. Like that job right there was a little more difficult than I usually do, and that's okay, because I want to learn, and you got to step out of your comfort zone sometimes. You know, pushing trees over and digging stumps out, well, hell, that's right up my alley. I love doing that. That ain't even like work. But grading and moving dirt around and you know, controlling the runoff and you know, detouring the runoff and all those things, that is that's his whole skill set, y'all. And I tell you, it goes back to y'all know the old saying, don't get paid for what you do, get paid for what you know. And with the bobcat, you get paid for what you know, and then you get paid for what you do, and it can turn out to be a really nice payday. So, you know, but you got to learn, you got to know, you know, and that's where I'm at, y'all. I'm just not where I want to be, you know, on the grading and all the things that I smell hydraulic fluid, man. I smell it bad. I bet that damn thing done flipped over and yeah, I don't know what else. I smell hydraulic fluid, man. Like my fucking truck. No? Well, I sure smell hydraulic fluid, man. But anyway, yeah, so, you know, grading is a whole nother ball game. And to make good money in this game, you gotta be able to learn. You gotta learn how to do it, man. And you gotta, and another thing about grading too, y'all, that I never thought about, you gotta have vision. You gotta be able to see what things are gonna look like before you do it, you know. Because you can really make somebody's yard really, really, really nice and water flow like it's supposed to, like, you know, away from their house and all that. But you can really screw some crap up too. So you want to make sure that you're on the other side of that. You You know, I'd rather not do the job if I don't know. But I'm having to step out into something that's not that comfortable for me in order to work, and in order to, you know, keep the machine going, and in order to make money, you know. It's just some of the things you gotta learn about, man. And you know, it just never occurred to me that it would be all this, you know. I thought I'd get a bobcat about like I had a tractor, and you know, and I'd go out and I'd do, you know, jobs periodically. But the bobcat is so much more efficient than a tractor. It ain't even in the same. A tractor ain't even, you know, a tractor ain't even in the same league. Bobcat is, I mean, and dude, you know that you can. I'm really flabbergasted at how much money you can create with a skid steer. It's substantial, y'all. So one thing I want to show you guys that, and I don't know, I probably talked about them, but I probably don't think I've really showed you guys, is I got these new binders, and they're really, really cool. Of course, you don't need nothing like this to do lawn care, but these binders right here, they are top notch, man. I mean, they really are. It's I wonder where that came from. Oh, that's diesel fuel I spilled. That's right. But this is what you got to go through, you know, if you're gonna run the piece of equipment. You got to be able to tie it down, man. You got to be able to, man. So I'm gonna go and unlatch it so I can take it off the trailer, and I'm gonna go in here and eat some lunch, y'all. And hey, y'all have a good afternoon, man. Peace out.